you a thing or two. Called back to the Zeppeljärni Palace.
Guys.
Ah, you made it. I've got some tickets, and I managed to set something up with the Rokot. It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Happy to stay and watch? I doubt you've seen the Korolyevsky troupe on stage before. Pleasure. Here, this is the way in.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations. Thank you.
Is that guy with the fatui? Looks like he's waiting for
Hey,
something.
వీడు
Okay,
వచ్చేసిండ్రా వీని
all
క్యారెక్టర్
done.
ఇట్లా వచ్చింది అరే
Thank you for your
ఒక క్వెస్ట్ లో
cooperation.
ఎన్ని అనం క్యారెక్టర్లు రా
వాడు స్వాడ్ ఇచ్చేది అప్గ్రేడ్ చేసే ఇస్తాడా లేకపోతే మనమే అప్గ్రేడ్ చేయాలా?
అది స్టాచ్యూ ఆఫ్ 7 కాడ పోయి లెవెల్ 40 అవుతుంది ఫస్ట్ దానికి ఏవో క్వెస్ట్లు ఉంటాయి ఆ క్వెస్ట్లు చేస్తే అది లెవెల్ అప్
Snezhnaya's
అవుతుంది
business and political leaders are always passing
దానికి
through here.
నార్మల్
Still, it's
మెటీరియల్స్
a
కలెక్ట్
little
చేయాల్సిన
unusual
Le,
to see
le,
the
le, le.
Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right?
స్టాచ్యూ ఆఫ్ 7 లో ఓపెన్
The guy right at the back. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion. But I only
Valerie.
ever see him here for one thing.
వ్యాలరీ వచ్చిండా?
వ్యాలరీ వచ్చి
Supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's playing hooky from work.
ఓ స్వాడ్
But that's not for us to worry about.
వాడు
Let's go.
ఒడ్డేట నువ్వు
The show's about to
కేవ్లోకి
start.
వెళ్ళినప్పుడు వస్తుంది తప్పించుకుంటు
వచ్చేసింది స్వాడ్
బాగుంటుంది స్వాట్ డిజైన్ బాగుంది
What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh?
ఒడేట్ షో నడుస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు
కట్ సీన్ కూడా బాగుంది ఇక.
కట్ సీన్ అది మంచిగా ఉంది అంటే
Oh,
చేంజ్
the one in
చేసిండ్రు కదా
Fontaine?
క్రేజీ ఉంది
I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
ఎంత బడ్జెట్ పెడతారా అసలు
If you're gonna
ఇట్లాంటివి
show up
చేయాలంటే?
late, keep your mouth shut.
What's his problem? Whatever. No point.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to
ఇప్పుడు
later.
నిసా వచ్చింది రో
She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa.
Что мне приходил во сне, стар растворится без тона тьме, потоки будничной суеты, унесли меня мечты, тянутся годы мои бесцельно, в них больше нет любви.
this leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us.
Come on, keep up.
అరే లక్కీ ఆ డోర్ పెట్టరా.
Hey there. Excuse me.
అది ఆ డోర్ వెనక.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now. Come in.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
ఓడియనిసా డిజైన్ మర్మిడ్రా.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it?
ఏంటిది?
It was right before I
Odeon
went on
is
that
a
rant
mermaid.
about them.
Might I ask what brings you two here?
నన్ను అల్టు
I
చూసినావా?
just brought her here to see
ఈజీ
the
ఉంది
show.
అసలు మర్మిడ్
And when it finished, she was full of praise for Vodyanitsa's
Audience
performance.
health ఇచ్చిండా?
So I thought I'd try my luck.
ఓడియనిసా
See if
లీక్స్
we could get the
వచ్చినాయి.
chance to chat for a bit.
ఏంది
You work here.
దీని ఏదో ఉండే కదా ఇంకోటి హైడ్రో యానిమో క్యారెక్టర్ ఏదో ఉంది చూడు.
It's not what the green room is there for.
జస్నా దాని
Oh,
ఇట్లా
what's
లీక్స్
the big
వచ్చినాయి
deal?
అల్ట్ అవన్నీ.
Come on, don't be shy.
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door. Confidentiality, of course. The Rokot is very strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud! Not with an outsider here.
Relax. I've taken care of it. Look at this.
That's right. That's big draw.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so she's been approved to join?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. Unfortunately, Rokot intel is only available to members. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. I've seen the way you work, your character, and your motives. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokot. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase. I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. His approval came very quickly. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect your choice.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover. Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance. Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity doesn't violate the organization's principles.
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way...
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application form. Be right back.
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. His name's Tagarin. And this one time, Alosha brought him backstage. Dagarin took quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit and fed him some treats. Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise, Dagarin recognized me right away.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like... my job at the theater, for instance. I really need it to make ends meet. By the way, what were you complaining about just before we came in? Did everything go okay with Chuganov?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk with him before I went on stage to fish for intel about the Iskra manufacturing plant. But he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, he kept dodging the question. And then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his second-rate seat in the stalls because he... I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. But instead, he sends me a letter the day before the show when we're practically sold out. I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the gesture enough to share some information. But nope, he didn't give me anything.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person has definitely been a disappointing experience. Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you?
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind boss. But our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing to ask for a favor, but he acts like it's his right. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past. But not only was he not even grateful, now he's acting like I've sold him short this time. Not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets.
ఓకే రోజలిన్ అంటే సిగ్నోరా
And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring his wife and daughter to see the show once in a while? I've never seen them here, not even once.
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it the easy way, we'll have to try the hard way. But first things first. Here's your application form. Go ahead and fill it out.
నొప్పి అని పెడదాం.
Looks like I'll need to make a few little tweaks here and there. But other than that, you're good to go. We'll hold on to this for you. All right. Now that we're officially Rokot comrades, I can tell you. Chuganov is the target of our current operation. Recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the league. All we need now is some direct
That way, the Kresny
Statue
Crystal can be.
I was hoping he might let slip I'm needing another regular theater
అది
goer.
కొట్టు
But
స్వాడ్
Delirious is
చేతిలో
here
ఉంటది
too.
కదా క్రయో
He's
రేస్
probably looking for
ఫస్ట్
Mitya.
క్రయోలోకి మారు
So he
ట్రావెలర్ ని
may end up being.
క్రయోలోకి
Don't
మారిన
you
తర్వాత
worry.
ఈ
He must
కొట్టు
know how to. Mitya is a renowned, and the authorities should also.
ఈ కొట్టు
We're not
స్టాచ్యూ
allowed
ఆఫ్
on
సెవెన్ కాడ
site, but he. Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front. Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatter.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to eat, and keep your ears peeled for useful information. He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to be convincing. If he suspects anything at all, he might stop talking.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of buddies.
Perfect! You've sold me already. Now, help me tidy this room up a bit before we head out.
Okay. What needs tidying?
Everything. Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Take a break. Pick up the pace.
ఏమంటావు మరి
Come on, keep up. How tiresome.
We come here often, so we shouldn't stand out. Now, it's up to Vodyanica. Let's see how the conversation goes.
Mr. Mitya! Over here! Over here!
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned.
రావట్లేదు
Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks. Whatever you like. Let me see. According to my
Sword.
schedule, we still have 25 minutes left.
You're really pressed for time today, huh?
అన్ని స్టాచ్యూ ఆఫ్ సెవెన్స్
I was imagining this would be a leisurely chat. If you'd prefer, we can all...
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious opportunity for me.
యాక్చువల్లీ
I'm
ఇప్పుడు
not about
90
to
కూడా
I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya is full of weird and wonderful things like that. So people tend not to bad.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. No matter how many times I hear you sing, it never gets old. It always seems fresh and new somehow. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
వాడతా.
Thank you. I'm delighted to hear that. Could you give me...
Oh, yeah. That, the piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the frozen river?
ఎవడు?
Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen, the more you realize that it's not as cold and nihilistic as it appears. When you really dig down into it, there's a certain level where you're surprised by the emergence of
నేను
hope.
అదే అంటున్నాను.
I'm impressed.
ఏం
Still,
మా
Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on today.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
Almost every time.
అరే లక్కీ
Oh.
ఏంది డోర్ కొట్టుకుంటుంది?
Well then, let me say a few words about that other
Iota
all-time
anta,
classic,
Iota.
Flying in the Wind from the Mountain Sparrow.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so
కొత్త
I
క్యారెక్టర్
switched it out
అయ్యుంటాడు
at the
అయోట.
last minute.
Oh. But,
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the theater today, yes?
of course I was.
లెవెల్ 9
Remember?
వార్డ్.
I said hello to all the troop members before the show started. You, Odette, and the others.
So, what did Odette sing today?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
Correct. I see. You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song.
షీబార్.
జానిబాయ్ ఏం చేస్తున్నావు?
No, that's not
లాగ్
it. I
చేస్తున్నాం
swear.
ఇప్పుడే లోపలికి.
ఏంటి?
లాగిన్ చేస్తున్నారా
Alright.
అప్పుడే లోపలికి?
I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry. My mind was wandering as you took the
ఎక్స్ప్లోరేషన్
stage
100
today.
ఈరోజు చేసేస్తున్నావు మరి?
ఫస్ట్
I enjoy
ఆక్యులెస్
watching your
కలెక్ట్
shows
చేస్తా,
because the
దాన్ని బట్టి
exquisite
చూస్తా
performances stimulate the
ఎక్స్ప్లోరేషన్.
mind. It always sparks some inspiration for my
ఏంటి?
research.
జానిబా?
So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for a change of pace. Odette's dance during the
అరే
elegy
మిటియా
of the
గాడు
Snow-Winged Goose today
ఎలక్ట్రో
was
అవుతాడా
simply
ఒక్క
క్యారెక్టర్?
నిమిషం,
It got me
నేను
wondering
మొబైల్లో
why I
వస్తా
failed to do recently.
డిస్కార్డ్.
మితియా
That look of sheer
ఏంది మొబైల్
defiance in
వస్తావా?
the face of utter
Ah.
tragedy
ఎందుకు?
లాగ్
was
అవుతుంది,
so
లాగ్ అవుతుంది.
inspiring. I started scribbling in my notebook right away. Not that I made a ton of progress in the
ఏందిరా?
grand scheme of things, but I still
అదే
think it
సూరజ్
was productive.
సిస్టమే కదరా ఎక్కువ
The entire
మొబైల్
show had
కన్నా.
finished.
So, what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
Unfortunately not. I'm
నువ్వు అన్న
sorry.
స్వాడ్ని
I don't know
level
which is
40
more
లోనే
disrespectful.
ఉన్నావురా ఇంకా?
The fact that I
చేయలే
don't always come for the
చేస్తా.
show itself,
నేను
or
గెస్ట్
the
గెస్ట్ మీద
fact that
ఫోకస్
I missed
చేసిన
your
సో ఆడతారు
performance.
ఇంకా నా దాంట్లో 2 స్టాచ్యూ ఆఫ్ లో అన్లాక్ లేవులే.
ఏంటి
Nitya
చేసేసినావా?
just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show disrespect for her performance. This meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this
Hello?
is affirming in its own way. At
Voice,
least it
alright.
shows that our performance really
ధ్యాని ధ్యాని నా కోసం
touches
ఒకసారి
people's hearts, right? Don't let it bother you.
కష్టం భయ్యా,
It
ఎందుకు భయ్యా?
certainly doesn't bother me.
అనట్లేదు
She's
నేను
showing
ఇంకా.
a lot of restraint.
అనరా రే అనరా 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 రే అరే రే ప్లీజ్ అరే రే ఫ్యాన్స్ కోసం రా అరే ఫ్యాన్స్ కోసం
Please
రా
don't
అరే
say that. I
ఫ్యాన్స్
always
లేదు,
loved your
బాక్స్
performances
లేదు.
too.
అరే అరే
It's
ఫ్యాన్స్
just that
సూరజ్
inspiration struck at the
ఏంట్రా
wrong time
అరే
today.
అడుగు
I'm usually all ears.
I
ఏంటిదిరా?
know. I can
ఎంత
tell.
కొత్త సై అని అనవని రావా ఫ్యాన్స్ కోసము.
I'm sure some people can't stand it when
Hey,
others
brother,
praise their
English
coworkers right to their face. But
ఫ్యాన్స్ కోసం
not
ఒక్కసారి
me.
బాగానే యామిత కొత్త సై అని అనవని రా.
Fair enough. I still feel kind of...
But you know what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend that they're cultured. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many of those people around. By the time they're walking out the door, they've forgotten all about the show. What's wrong? You look furious.
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Iskra manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater investor, but he always demands the same privileges as actual investors. Box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific songs.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to steer the conversation back on track.
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent businessman, but I don't.
Yeah, he
అరే
couldn't care less
ధ్యాని,
about what's happening on
నేను
stage.
నేను
He's
మార్నింగ్
just there to flaunt his
రీల్
social
చూసినారా,
status.
యాక్ట్ 2 ఎండింగ్,
I hate
నా
that I
మైండ్
have to
ఫక్
prepare
అయిపోయింది తెలుసా.
programs for guys like that. What's the big deal with that factory he
వైరల్
runs anyway?
చూస్తారా? చి
I asked around and
అరే
I heard some
రీల్ చూస్తుంటే
crazy
వచ్చిందిరా,
stories.
అది యాక్చువల్ గా
Sounds like
ట్రైలర్
he's
లో
just
ఉంది కదా అని
another
చెప్పి
greedy
చూసిన.
capitalist.
అదే ట్రైలర్ ఇచ్చిండు ఏమైనా ఎడిట్ కొట్టిండా అని తీరా చూస్తే కొజ్జోడు యాక్ట్ 2
People are
ఎండింగ్
saying
అని
are
పడ్డదాడ.
pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times. We're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are barely enough
ఏం
to
చూసావు?
survive on.
యాక్ట్ 2 ఎండింగ్ రీల్ లో.
He even wants to get his greedy hands on them just to
Eh,
boost his own
కొజ్జోడు
profits.
కావాలని.
ఎందుకంటే
If the
లేదు
rumors are
లేదు
true, he's in
యాక్ట్ 2
serious
ఎండింగ్
violation
పెద్ద
of the law.
అది ట్రైలర్ లోనే ఉంది కానీ
Interesting. So
ఏ
you
పార్ట్
heard
చూసావు
about it too?
అంటున్నాను.
ట్రైలర్ ఎండింగ్
సరిగ్గా పాట
ట్రైలర్ ఎట్లయితే ఎండింగ్ అయితే సేమ్ అదే ఎండింగ్.
అదే
Who
అవునులే,
knows? I've
ఆ
only had the
ట్రైలర్
same
లోనే
rumors
ఉందిరా.
you have.
నేను ఇంకా
But
దానికి
there's no smoke
కొంచెం
without
వెనకాల
fire.
అది చూసామో
The rooster's been
అని
coming down on us
అనుకుంటున్నా.
hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy have been tearing their hair out
దానికి
over it.
వెనకాల చూసా అంటే నీ మైండ్ నిజంగానే
I didn't
దుబ్బద్ది
realize he
అగడకో.
cared that much.
ఇదే
Yeah.
రావా.
Even though there are no restrictions on crystal trading,
యా
the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let
100K
the rich
la?
buy as much as they want.
400 కేస్
That's clearly
ఏందిరా
unfair. Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation
Cryo
into the
traveler.
Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. You really have a heart for the common person. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. Isn't the rooster a Fae himself? I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over Project Stuja.
This is it. We're finally going there.
అలీస్
I'm sure Mitya consents on
ఆడతారా
some
ఇలా
level that
దాన్ని
she's
ఇస్తారేమో
fishing for
అనుకున్నారా
information.
ప్లేయబుల్ గా.
But since their conversation,
It's stressing me out
ఎప్పుడు
too.
ఎవరిని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్
If I
చేస్తారో
only made
ఇంట్రడ్యూస్
better
చేయరో
progress
ఎవరికి
with my
తెలియదు.
research, things wouldn't have
కానీ
dragged
ప్లేయబుల్
on this
ఇస్తారేమో
long.
అనుకున్నా, ఎందుకంటే అది పైరో అని చెప్పి
So your
చూపించేసిండు
work
కదా.
is related to Project Stuja?
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the light realm, and not right now. The only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar
పైరో
linchpins.
డిపిఎస్ అని చెప్పి
But
సిగ్నోరా అని
harnessing that
చెప్పినా
power
కూడా
is costly.
ఆశ్చర్యపోవాల్సిన అవసరం.
Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of
సిగ్నరా
Kresna crystal,
చచ్చిపోయింది,
from extraction
వచ్చే
to
ఛాన్సే
quantification
లేదు.
to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as
రైడ్
time
అండ్
goes
లేపారు
by.
దొబ్బింది కదా సిగ్నోర్ అని.
Sometimes I see people staring into space
ఒకవేళ
as if in a
వస్తే ఇస్తే
trance.
సిగ్నరా
కానీ
వస్తే క్యాప్టెన్ రావాలని పక్కా
నాకు ఇది
పట్టుకుంటాను.
ఒక్కటి కన్ఫర్మ్ చెయ్యి.
Side effects?
ఒక రీల్
No, it doesn't affect
ఏమనుందంటే
us, because the energy
నెక్స్ట్
is
వచ్చే
used for...
అప్డేట్ లా సరిసా జాంగ్లీ ప్లస్ రైడెన్ అంట.
I got it. Stop choking me.
అది నేను చూసా,
Sorry.
బట్ హూ నోస్,
I can't talk about that.
మాక్సిమం
I think we're all just
నువ్వు ఈ యాక్ట్ చేస్తే దాని గురించి ఏం
working
తెలియదు కానీ
ourselves to the bone for so long with so
ఎందుకు
little progress
అదంతా
to show for it.
జరుగుతుంది,
It's no wonder people are struggling to stay
పైమాన్ ఎవరో అని
Seems like
తెలుస్తుంది.
I owe you an apology.
పైమన్ సూరజ్ అని
I've gotten
కూతుర్రా.
so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest.
నువ్వు చూడు
I
నెక్స్ట్
don't
ట్రాక్
envy
లో
the people
పైమన్
who work
ట్రావెలర్
closely with the Saritsa herself.
సంజడక లైవ్ లో ఉన్నావు రా.
I'd much rather be in my current position. At least I don't have to shoulder any major responsibilities.
so they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy.
కట్ చేయని ఇస్తారు డెఫినెట్ గా. ఏంటిది ఆ స్కేల్ ఇక్కడ
Yeah. Censored by a scarf. Who would have thought?
Oh dear.
ఆ చార్జర్ ఇక్కడ.
Looks like my time is up. I'm
ఇప్పుడు
afraid I
అమ్మ
have
నేనే
to
పెట్టు.
leave. I'm so sorry. We ended up barely talking about the theater.
ఆల్రైట్.
That's okay.
అదేదో
It was a pleasure chatting with you,
షడర్
really.
ఉంది ఒక
I'll keep it for
క్వెస్ట్
next time.
ఉంటే దాన్ని ఉంచా. అది ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో చేస్తాను.
Yeah, hopefully once the work pressure eases up a little, I'll be able to focus more on the performance, and then we'll have more to discuss. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
That could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was Mitya in such a hurry to leave, though?
Sorry, routine inspection.
సూరజ్ నువ్వు నాది అది కనిపెట్టావా?
ఏంటి?
Okay,
నా పెట్టింది మెసేజ్
అవును.
లైక్ కొట్టినట్టు
So
కనిపించింది.
he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have
నేను అదే
calculated that
చూసుకున్నా.
Valeri would find him here in
లైక్ కొట్టిన దాంట్లో
exactly
సూరజ్ అని
25
వచ్చింది.
minutes.
ఈడు కనిపెట్టాడా అని నేను.
That's frighteningly accurate.
One of the main duties of the
ఏం
Special
మెసేజ్
Assignments
కనిపెట్టావు
Battalion
నువ్వు?
is to
నేను
ensure that
కొన్ని వదిలేను.
important figure.
All right, time
మేబీ
for us
ఒక
to get
2,
going
3
too.
ఉండే.
Excuse me.
అవును
Check, please.
ఒకటేమో అక్కడ
We'll
ఎక్కడో
settle our check
మూలకి
too
ఉంది.
then.
అవును
Well,
నేను
then,
ఇంకా చాలా
Mr.
పెట్టాను.
Mitya paid the check before leaving.
ఒకటేమో వచ్చేసి ఏదో పెట్టాను, ఇంకోటి లొకేషన్ పెట్టాను. ఇక్కడ ఒక క్వెస్ట్
He also
ఉంది,
asked me to
ఇద్దరు
pass on a
జాగ్రత్తగా
message.
చూసుకుని వెళ్ళండి
He
అని.
said it was an honor to share his tea break with Miss Vodyanitsa and her 2 friends.
మెసేజ్, వరల్డ్ మెసేజ్.
So he knew we were here all along? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Maybe the key here is the purpose
అది
of this new energy.
ఎర్రి
I
పూకోలికి
guess
కనబడదు
that's the
అనమాట.
next thing to look into.
అది ప్రొఫైల్లో ఉండదు,
Maybe
నీ
it means
వరల్డ్ లో
I and
ఉంటది.
Osha have both left.
అవును. వద్దురా నువ్వు ప్లీజ్. నువ్వు నా వరల్డ్ మెసేజ్ పెడితే అందరి వరల్డ్ కనిపిస్తుంది. కొంతమంది వరల్డ్, అందరి వరల్డ్ యాక్చువల్, కొంతమంది వరల్డ్ కూడా కాదు. నేను పెట్టిన చోట ఉంటది. అరే అరే ఎక్కడ ఉంటదంటే నిజంగా నేను పెట్టిన చోటే ఉంటదిరా. నేను వరల్డ్ ఎక్కడ పెట్టాను నాకే గుర్తులేదు. నేను ఎక్కడెక్కడో ఎక్స్ప్లోరేషన్ స్టాచ్యూస్ కోసం వాటి కోసం ఒకటి అయితే టెలిపోర్ట్ దగ్గర ఒక వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ ఉంటది, మిషన్స్ నియర్ బై అని పెట్టి మెసేజ్ లొకేషన్ పెట్టా.
Paimon was just gonna mention
అదొకటే
that.
తెలుసు నాకు.
And still, there's some good news. It's like
ఇంకోటి ఏం గుర్తులేదు. ఇంకోటి అయితే అండర్ గ్రౌండ్
power, effect,
ఇది ఉంటది.
feeling this way since we
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new
అండర్
energy
గ్రౌండ్
source.
Could that have something to do with
TP.
this?
What is it?
అక్కడ లొకేషన్ పెట్టా, టీపీ ఎక్కడ ఉందని.
You know.
అది చూస్తున్నానంటే.
So, they're trying to develop a new energy source
ఓకే,
here?
వీళ్ళకి కనపడకూడదా?
Well,
కనపడకుండా ఎలా
the
వెళ్తాం?
energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people working on the project have been having issues with their concentration and short-term memory.
ఇలా ఏం నడుస్తుందిరా? ఛాంపియన్స్
Those are completely different
ఏంటి?
symptoms from Paimon's.
ఛాంపియన్స్ నడుస్తుందా?
లేదు, అది ఇంకా రాలేదు.
ఛాంప్స్ బండల్
నువ్వు
వచ్చిందా?
బండిలే కదా, లేదు రాలేదు ఇంకా.
It's pretty
ఇప్పుడు
ఏమన్నా
so it's
ప్లే
hard
ఆఫ్స్
to tell.
నడుస్తున్నాయి ఛాంప్స్ కోసం.
Sure, Paimon's with you there.
బండల్ లీక్ వచ్చిందా మరి?
The robot. Oh,
వచ్చింది.
they argue about Project Stuja every day.
ఆయాకాషి నైఫ్స్ ఉన్నాయి చూడు,
You could sit in on one of their
అలాంటిదే
sessions.
ఛాంప్స్
Good
వర్జన్.
idea. Oh yeah.
డ్యూయల్ బిల్డింగ్.
This
Phantom?
one seemed right up your alley. So,
ఏమో ఫ్యాంటమ్ కనబడలే, నైఫ్ ఒకటే చూసాలి నేను. ఇన్ఫిల్ట్రేట్ స్ట్రాంగ్ హోల్డ్.
మన దగ్గర తీస్తారంట బండల్.
విజయలేదు.
దీని అమ్మ ఎందుకు ఈ ఆకిలని అవాయిడ్ చేయాలి, మూల నుంచి వెళ్ళాలి. రైట్.
మనోజోడు బండలు
Alosha
తీస్తాడు.
replied. He says that we won't be able to speak in the
బాయ్
budget,
రిచ్
but
కదా.
he can arrange for
Ay,
us to
ay,
attend
ay.
as visitors.
బాయ్ ఎంత రిచ్ బాయ్
Time
చెప్పు
to
బా.
get ready. Then head to the Snezhnaya Vecha.
ప్రతిగాడు అన్నట్రా ఈసారి బండలు తీస్తాడని. బండలు తీయకుంటే గేమ్ తీద్దాం.
కొన్నిసార్లు బాగుపడాలని తీశారు తప్పు. 10 సంవత్సరాలు ఆడుతుంది.
బండలు తీస్తా అని చెప్పి గేమ్ తీద్దాం నేను. ట్రావెలర్ వెపన్ డెవలప్ చేద్దాం అది.
ప్రెషియస్ చెస్ట్ ఎందుకు నీ అమ్మ.
కానీ చెస్టులు కలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నావారా?
This
లేదు, నేను అదేదో చెయ్యపోయి ప్రెషియస్ చెస్ట్ కలెక్ట్ చేశాను. ఒక చెస్ట్ బై మిస్టేక్ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తాను. సర్లే అట్లా ఒకటే కదా.
అంటే నేను మస్తు కలెక్ట్ చేసామా.
నువ్వైతే ఎల్లి హూక్ గడివి, నేను ఎల్లి హూక్ గడిని కాదు కదా.
ఎప్పుడు కల వాజ్ ఇట్ ఆల్వేస్ డిఫికల్ట్ టు ఫీడ్? ఓకే ఇవే ఆరా మెసేజ్లు ఇట్లా కింద వదిలిదెంగితుండ్రు. ఓకే ఇవే.
యా
Was
వాట్
it
డిడ్ యు
all?
ఎక్స్పెక్ట్?
Why is it always difficult? నేను ఎంజాయ్ చేయడం మర్చిపోయా, సారీ.
గుడ్డి నా కొడుకులు కళ్ళ ముందు నుంచి వెళ్తున్నా కూడా ఏం కనబడదు వీళ్ళకి.
ఒక తరం ముట్ట కూడా అని పెట్టరా మెసేజ్.
అది టైప్ చేసే మెసేజ్ కాదు. అయ్య అమ్మ, అక్కడికే వెళ్ళాలి నాకు తెలిసి. ఎప్పట్రా ఇవి ఎలా కనిపిస్తున్నాను నేను?
ఇది అయిపోయిందా? వద్దులే స్టాచ్యూస్ అయిన తర్వాత అన్నది.
ఏంట్రా సైలెంట్ అయిపోయారు?
ఏమైపోవాలన్నమాట. Checking.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vetcha?
ఇందులో కోడ్ సీన్ అంటే లైక్ ఆ డాన్స్ సీన్ అంతా చూస్తే కొంచెం కాదు ఫౌంటైన్ వైబ్ వచ్చింది నాకు.
Let's get inside.
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa. Could you introduce me to your new friend?
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of the relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For details, it should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. We should have every confidence that it will be dealt with swiftly and conclusively. A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy of Pantalone.
అరే దాని ప్యాంటలోనే వస్తుందా రా ప్లేయబుల్ వాడు?
Cover the same old ground
అది కనిపిస్తే వస్తాడేమో.
Pantalone కొత్త క్యారెక్టర్ Pantalone
పాతదేరా?
There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits directly.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard documents, I could have at least made something up.
Yani Pantalone antara.
Don't mind me.
ఆడి పేరే అదిరా?
అలా పేరే అదిరా బాటు.
Pantalone అని స్పెల్ చేస్తారా?
Best-selling newspaper in town.
అది నేను స్పెల్ చేసిన కరెక్ట్.
You guys don't even have a sales permit.
అప్పా శాంట్రోన్ అంటే సూపర్.
అరే అయోటా అయితే కొత్తోడే కదా.
Best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
ధ్యాని అయోటా కొత్తోడే కదా.
అదైతే కొత్తదే.
అయోటా
We will now open the floor to the representatives.
There are no
further.
Snezhnaya has a long
నువ్వు పుల్ చేసావంట కదా ఆడికి.
అదే పుల్ చేసా. అదే నీకు గిఫ్ట్ గిట్లా పంపించినారా దాని ఇంటికి? ఐస్ఫ్రూట్ చేసావు కదా.
families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnaya.
కాదురా అది మిక్స్డ్ ఎలిమెంట్ అది.
Bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how crystal is allocated, or we will soon face immense public backlash.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, you appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down?
Hiding ఎందుకు నేను అందరిని కొట్టి దొబ్బుతా అయిపోయింది.
Do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuja continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces, Regrator struck back with style and a war of words ensued. Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support?
అదేదో ఆ ప్యాసేజ్ లో నుంచి లోపలికి వెళ్తే అయిపోయింది కదా.
The people have spoken. Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrator onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions. It had to be seen to be believed.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Leo, so surely their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data—
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method about. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists.
ఈ ఫాక్స్ గర్ల్ మాత్రం
Project, the most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning. And give Clue to make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've gained to date.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic. With the notorious Lelex still active to this day,
come on, Shadow Ram.
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he— As for Lelex, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot.
Big content లెక్క ఏమనిపిస్తలేదండి డిజైన్.
Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, so whether it's threats, coercion,
నా దగ్గర నా ఓన్ ట్రైన్ ఉండక వేరే ట్రైన్ లో వెళ్ళే పని ఎందుకు?
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelex's methods? Are you— Yes, don't we all? Lelex supporters grow in number by the day. We stand with—
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. What you really need is more precise regional data, right? I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present.
All right.
The commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload—
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable plan is in place.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including manpower, time sensitivity. Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal. Follow the usual procedure, and it can be raised as—
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of— In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That's a good idea. I read every
రెండు
issue
కలెక్ట్
of
చేస్తాం
Sviatlolidovka's report, and although my focus—
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine—
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report from the Northland Bank's headquarters to correct.
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement—
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached
Hey,
a
inko train
provisional
passing avutundi.
consensus on the issue of—
Wow.
Today, the prima donna of the Koralievsky troupe attended a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha in the company of a most—
Right? Anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview the
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present—
Hey, check it out! What made him vote against? Why now?
ఆగిపోయావేంటి? ట్రాక్స్ ఇక్కడ ఆగిపోయినాయా? Alright.
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuja total 61%. Securing—
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a—
I'll bet Lelex is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this.
Chuganov. I see. Lelik strikes again.
నేను అక్కడ ల్యాండ్ అయినా వావ్.
Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will finally pay off when we...
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. We debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. The session is concluded.
Alright.
I have to say, well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the one. As we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a... But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra... I got a letter from Miss in a situation, but that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vecha agenda this time. I don't... Exactly. And as you know, he's a very... I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanctions. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting. But no, he's already voted against it. Which means someone must have used more forceful means to change his vote. Yeah. No one knows why Lilac is so obsessed with ending Project Stuja. But by the looks of it, he's inching closer and...
Lilac must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe my next step should be to focus on him.
Oh, right. What are your plans for the rest of the day?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for a political enthusiast.
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and my new friend here thought it might be fun to...
Ah, Odette must have introduced you. Looks like you two are getting along pretty well.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should head back to the...
Sure. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vecha.
Alright. Time to
Things are never that simple with you, traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks and giggles.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot, huh? You want to look into Lelik? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered. What do you think, Sandrone?
Fine by me, I guess. If the traveler actually manages to expose Lelik. In return, it seems fair to let her in on what we've...
My thoughts exactly. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelik.
As you command, child.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway, I'll have someone brew a pot of black tea.
Right.
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter...
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor... If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to... Careful, don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker than me. Oh, you hit me right where it hurts. I'll admit, he's strong and meticulous. But can we at least limit this to candidates who have something to do with Snezhnaya?
She's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who...
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion...
Odette? Yeah.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is
No, wait a moment. Maybe we should...
What do you mean?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her.
Oh, yikes. Still.
Arlecchino would be the best person to... Rosaline used to open up to her in private, as I'm sure you can. She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement. Beyond that, the reason being, that was back before...
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to...
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a fatus, and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents' footsteps. After her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. She broke her leg during a performance and could never dance. Odette was only interested in ballet at the time, but this tragedy left the family with both breadwinners gone. Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriately accommodated and provided. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end, the solution they agreed upon was to have Odette...
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess. In that sense, joining up was definitely the best. Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui...
It's just a theory. A possibility. But as a motive for Odette, that said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right. Plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no one... Yes. But there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up... Funnily enough, Tony and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch... Which means...
57 దాకా తీసుకొచ్చాను ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఓన్లీ 10 పోల్స్
It was passed down through Odette's mother's
60 చేశారా రౌండ్ ఫిగర్
లేదు
practicing it diligently, and it's
అరే ఇగో 3 పుల్స్ 3 కొట్టు తర్వాత 10 కొట్టు పక్కనే కాదు వెళ్తది
లేదురా లేదు
She's desperate to see it no matter what. Personally, it's not really my kind of thing, but since she's my little sister, I had to figure something out.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty straightforward. The lead, it's a tale of love and regret. But when that classic melody kicks in, and the lead character, an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's...
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait until her performance is over before we respond. I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
Okay. Hey, no, I'm not going to collect it. Yeah, baby.
రే ట్రావెలర్ కాన్సలేషన్ ఇస్తాడా ఆరా వీడు దీంట్లో క్రయోవి
I don't know, no.
లాస్ట్ ఇస్తాడేమో సేమ్ నాట్లాండ్ ఇచ్చినట్టు అన్ని ఒకటేసారి 6 కార్లు లేపుతాడేమో
అరే అమ్మ లొకేషన్ దగ్గర ఎందుకుంటున్నాయి ఆక్యులస్ తీసుకుంటే బాగోదురా రే కరెక్ట్ గా తల మీద ఉంది
చిన్న చీచీని పెట్టుకోరే
నా దగ్గర చీచీ లేదు
అరే చిన్నది ఏది ఉంటే అది పెట్టుకో
అమ్మాయి కలెక్ట్ అవ్వలేదు
Wouldn't it make more sense in theory to be even more... Why leave a letter when... So...
Zipper...
Well, no change, really.
Zipper... Yani...
Yeah, I wish you could be there too.
ఏది? ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలిరా?
If Odette is Lelek, she may well have inside information on Project Stuja. Her father was involved with the project's early implementation and tragically died in the process. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tides' true intentions. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she let on? And how much...
యా చూడనికి అందంగా బక్కగా ఉంది, ఇంత ఇంత లంగదా అది.
Tomorrow everything will be.
Hey, look! It's snowing!
యాక్చువల్లీ
Tough day ahead! Make sure you wrap up warm tomorrow!
లేదు నేనేం చెప్పను, వద్దు స్పాయిలర్స్. నువ్వు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నావు ఇప్పుడు? మ్యూజిక్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ స్టేజ్ దగ్గర ఉన్నావా?
అయిపోయింది యాక్ట్ 1.
యాక్టిట్యూడ్ అసలు జ్యూస్ అంతా యాక్టిట్యూడ్ లోనే ఉంటది. జ్యూస్
తెలుసు
ఇలా
అర్థమైంది.
పిండేస్తే బత్తకి పిండినట్టు వచ్చేది చూడు, ఆ జ్యూస్ అంతా యాక్టిట్యూడ్ లోనే ఉంది.
వస్తుంది బాయ్ జస్టర్ గాడు వస్తాడు, అంత అంత కథ కథ ఉంది. ఇసుక్కుందాం ఇసుక్కుందాం అయితే ఇసుక్కుందాం.
Ad Astra Abbott. Thank you for Ad Astra.
మెజారిటీ అన్ని వరల్డ్ టూర్స్లో అయిపోవాలి నాకు తెలిసినంత వరకు. ఇంకా అవ్వలేదంటే నేనేం చేయలేను.
ఏముంటుంది రా, అన్ని వాళ్ళు రిక్వెస్ట్లు అయిపోయినా అంటే
ఏ టీపీ దగ్గర ఆగిపోయాను. యా ఇది తీసుకుందాం. అప్పుడు అన్ని టీపీస్, అప్పుడు నాకు ఈజీ ఉంటుంది ఓకేలే హంట్కి. ఇది కూడా నిన్న అయిపోవాలి కానీ షడర్ అల్మా ఇందులో చేద్దామని చెప్పి ఆగా. అమ్మో ట్రైన్ వచ్చి గుద్దేద్దాం కొన్నాను. ఏ వెయిట్ వెయిట్, ఇది ఉందా? స్నో స్కీయింగ్ డాగ్స్. నన్ను పట్టుకెళ్తావా? ఆగా అక్కని, నన్ను పట్టుకెళ్తుంది.
కనెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి.
కరెక్ట్ గా టీపీ దగ్గర పట్టుకెళ్తావా నన్ను? పట్టుకెళ్ళి టీపీ దగ్గర పట్టుకెళ్ళి, నేనేం చేయకుండా వెళ్ళొచ్చు. మరి నిజంగా టీపీ దగ్గర పట్టుకెళ్తుందా?
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
చాలు, నువ్వు డైరెక్ట్ ఆక్యులస్ దగ్గర పట్టుకెళ్తున్నాను నన్ను. చాలు, చాలా మోసం చేస్తాను నన్ను.
ఏంది బ్రో, బ్రో
అదే డాగ్ స్కీయింగ్.
ఏంటిది సేవింగ్ అని వస్తుంది? రే నేను జస్ట్ టీపీ చేసారా, నాకు వేరే చేయాలని లేదురా. అరే బాబు ప్లీజ్ రా.
అంటే ఆ వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ కొంచెం లాంగ్ కాబట్టి సేవ్ చేస్తుంది, మధ్యలో లెగిసిపోతే మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ నుంచి చేయాలి కాబట్టి. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ వర్ యూ చూసుకుని చేస్తాను నేను.
ఏంట్రా ఏదో స్పెషల్ క్వెస్ట్ అంటుంది, మ్యాప్ ఓపెన్ చేయనిస్తలేదు.
అవునరా, అదే నేను చెప్పాను కదా.
ఏంది
వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ ఐ మీన్ స్టోరీ క్వెస్టే లాంగ్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి చూసుకుని చేయాలి అంటున్నాను.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్టోరీ క్వెస్ట్ టైప్ నేను వచ్చింది
లేదు, వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ సారీ ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్.
ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్టే కదా ఇప్పుడు.
అదే ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్టే, అది కొంచెం లాంగ్ ఉంటుందని వాళ్ళు సేవింగ్ పెట్టారు. ఒకవేళ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు అదంతా చేసి మధ్యలో వదిలేసి వెళ్ళిపోయావు అనుకో, మళ్ళీ స్టార్టింగ్ నుంచి చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది కదా మరి.
సేవింగ్ అని పెట్టిండ్రు, కింద సేవింగ్ అని వస్తుంది.
యస్,
I think I'll leave the Lilac question
ఇక్కడ
until
మెసేజ్
after the
పెడదాం.
show's over.
ఏమని పెడదాం అంటే beware
Said
of
he was originally going to come with Tonya. So I'm guess is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya? Mr. Chuganov is back again by the looks of it. Oh, and is that Mitya?
beware
Fatui officer Valeri.
beware of danger.
Oh no. It looks like the show's starting. I still haven't found Tonya.
At the same time, easy.
ఓడేట్ వచ్చింది.
Confirm. And కరెక్ట్గా ఇక్కడ పెడదాం. ఈ టెక్స్ట్ మాత్రం సూపర్ ఉంది, అదే వాడుతున్నాను నేను ఆ టెక్స్ట్ని.
తలిపెట్టి
అరే నువ్వు కొన్నిసార్లు ఎలా మాట్లాడతావో తెలుసా? నువ్వే
నేను ఆడవాడు ఒకడు ఇట్లా డాన్స్ అది ఒడేటి చేస్తుంటే వాడు ఇట్లా అన్నాడు రా, అందుకంటున్నా. వాడు ఒడెడ్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇట్లా అని అంటుంటే చలి పెడుతుంది. 1 2 3 కిచిక్. రే వాడు ఏంద్రా 6 feet అరవాడు వాళ్ళే అమ్మా.
అరే ఇది గెన్షిన్ ఇంపాక్ట్ పోకీమాన్ ఆరా?
ఏమైంది?
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have
Elephant
any other escape plans to add to my workload.
నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు స్టోరీ క్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు, వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు?
What are you talking
ఇప్పుడు
about,
నేను చేస్తూ స్టోరీ క్వెస్ట్ ఆరా ఇప్పుడు నేను చేసేది?
inviting you to watch Miss Odette's new
లేదు,
show with
నువ్వు
me?
చేసేది స్టోరీ క్వెస్ట్ కాదు, ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్. ఐ మీన్ వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్.
I heartily encourage you to take
వరల్డ్
a
క్వెస్ట్
look at
ఆర్కాన్
my
క్వెస్ట్ ఒకటే.
Find
అదే
some
వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్
nourishing
ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్
pastimes
ఒకటే.
to enrich your time outside of work.
నేను అనేది ఈడ్ని ఎలిఫెంట్ అంటున్నాడు కదా, ఎలిఫెంట్ తో ఫైట్. నాకు గుర్తులేదు ఎలిఫెంట్ తో ఫైట్. ఇందాక ఫైట్ చేశాను నేను ఎలిఫెంట్ తో, నేను ఇందాక వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ చేశాను.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a
సేమ్
social
నీకు అదే
construct.
క్వశ్చన్ రా,
Human
నేను అదే అని
technology can never
అడిగింది.
advance if we're too rigid in our
ఇప్పుడు
thinking, Sarge.
ఆర్లికెనో స్కర్క్ ఫైట్ చేస్తే ఎవరు గెలుస్తారు?
Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little
చెప్పరా
longer,
పువ్వా.
but
అరే
no.
నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసిన ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్
guess
కానీ
I'm
వరల్డ్
pushing my
క్వెస్ట్
luck.
చేస్తున్నాయండి.
Didn't seem like too much
నేను అదే
gas, but
చెప్తున్నాను,
fair enough.
ఎలిఫెంట్ ఫైట్ అంటే
Then,
మరి
Sarge, back to the
అదే
land
వరల్డ్.
of
నేను ఇందాక
working
చేశారా
hours.
అది?
Lead the way.
ఇదెందుకు చేస్తున్నాను ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్?
That has to be excuse me? Are you Tony?
ఎలిఫెంట్ తో ఫైట్ అయిపోయింది అక్కడికే
Your
అయిపోయింది.
brother's busy today, so I
లేదు
took his
లేదు,
ticket.
ఇంకా ఉంటది.
Don't worry about him. He's fine.
ఇంకెంత ఉంటుంది ఎక్కువ?
Okay. Sorry for the trouble.
నువ్వు ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ లోనే ఉన్నావు అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు. సో యా, అది 2 stages.
Maybe she caught a cold on the way here because of the weather?
ఏమో అది అసలు నువ్వు నేను ఎక్కడ నువ్వు చేసేదా వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్?
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's
ఇక్కడ ఏం పెడదాం అంటే ఫుడ్ సప్లైస్ పెడదాం.
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freak.
Well,
స్టోరేజ్ డివైస్
Maybe we
ఇందులో
shouldn't be in such a rush to get back after all.
ఇది పెడదాం.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has given us this wonderful chance to take a break. We all
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few
అరే
blankets?
సూరజ్ అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్ ఇరా
Sir,
కొంచెం.
there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
ఆర్లికేన్ ప్లస్ స్కర్క్ ఫైట్ చేస్తే ఎవరు గెలుస్తారు?
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter are waiting for me.
సారీ ప్లస్ కాదు, ఇద్దరు 1v1 చేస్తే ఎవరు గెలుస్తారు?
So
don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance.
ఎవరు గెలుస్తారంటే 1v1 చేస్తే ఇద్దరు?
Are one of our key military.
Try using the grappling gun.
Risks must be eliminated.
Your phone.
Operation.
Okay, Shadowrun. Okay.
చెప్పరా సూరజ్.
So wait. I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
It's snowing pretty hard out there. I think you should stay here for now. You seem a little under the
యానియాడు
weather.
ఉండి స్కర్క్ అన్నాడు.
Sure. My brother might come pick me up. Time to get to work. I should head backstage and find Odette. I need to look her in the eye and ask her about Lelek.
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? A fan, I'm guessing? Today is just a dress rehearsal, so Miss Odette won't be meeting with fans. She's sorry, but that area is currently off limits to everyone.
Bad timing, I guess.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets? How has he still not returned?
I was thinking the same thing. It's still snowing very hard. Do you think...
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say I hate nothing more than people who make empty... well, I have to treat my employees like that on occasion.
అది 2 యాక్ట్లకే ఇంత పెద్దగా ఉందంటే మ్యాప్. నీ అమ్మాయి మీతో వచ్చే యాక్ట్లకి ఇంకెంత పెద్ద అవుతుందో.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armory. The army should have arrived to extract us by now. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans. There's simply no reason that they shouldn't have shown up by now.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as such.
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhnayan army, Mr. Mitya. And a snowstorm is...
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might be right outside, waiting for your orders before they dare come in.
An absurd hypothesis.
ధ్యానానికి రా, ఇట్లాంటి ధ్యానానికి ఇష్టం. ధ్యానాడు
even a
చేస్తాడు.
moment until I've escorted you back
నేనే చేసుకోలేకపోతున్నా.
వాడు వాడు నిన్ననే వచ్చింది, అప్పుడే అన్ని వరల్డ్ క్వెస్ట్ లో అయిపోగొట్టి మార్కెట్ క్వెస్ట్ లో
Guy who left earlier. It
ఏమో
looked
సార్
like
నాకు
he just
కనబడదా?
vanished into thin air.
చేస్తాడు.
Either that or my eyes.
ఏమో సార్ నాకు కనబడదా?
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen yet. Spare us the ghost stories.
ధ్యాని ఏంటి?
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? Oh, right. I assumed you were looking for me in Vodenitsa. Odette's still backstage. Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this whole time, so I didn't even notice. No wonder the audience hasn't left yet.
Huh. Is weather like this rare even in Snezhnaya?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal, could it have...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. So, no need. I have plenty of experience with snowstorms.
How?
Besides, I work here.
Bang.
Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes. In a snowstorm, you gotta look after your toes above all else.
Heading out, my man? Be careful. I've been told the snowstorm eats people
minor.
alive.
Thanks for the advice.
Minor
I am planning to be careful. I just wanted to...
Look up. Oh.
He's back. How was it?
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the area?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see a single soul. And something in the air gives me the creeps. This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation. I strongly advise every—
Are you serious? So all of us are trapped here now?
That's— You want to go outside and see? I, for one, am not risking my neck.
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter, I won't be able to read her a bedtime story.
Huh? What are you all still doing here? Whoa! It's snowing hard.
Okay.
So now we're stuck here? Oh,
Next.
this is terrible. Luckily, it was
Next
just a dress
PP.
rehearsal today,
Easy
so
kada.
there aren't too many people here. On the bright side, the theater's always well stocked with supplies. If the snow still doesn't let up as we get into the evening, you can spend the night at least. I assume that's all right? Oh, fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the circumstances. My thanks.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get home too?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsaritsa, I beg you, please do not let tonight's snowstorm. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the two top stars in all of Snezhnaya.
I think I've changed my mind. Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other—
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight.
ఈ డోర్ ఎప్పుడన్నా ఓపెన్ అవుద్దా? హే, ఓపెన్ అయింది. వెల్, రూఫ్ టాప్ ఉన్నావా నువ్వు? గ్రేట్. రూఫ్ టాప్కే వస్తా, కాచుకుని ఉండు నన్ను.
అయిపోతున్నాడు.
And then there's the aristocrats. Easiest of all to deal with. You don't need to use any force whatsoever. All you have to do is show them.
I don't.
Because nothing horrifies them more than the thought of a cheap, coarse rope leaving creases on their precious million Mora coat.
Unexpected, but fun.
Oh, look at that. I got myself a new listener.
No.
Hey there. Let me introduce myself.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur. If my...
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov? How come I've never heard your name before?
Excuse me? Is that a joke? Or are you...
Oh, I'll have to ask my rope later. He's probably tied up more
How are you feeling, Tonya?
I'm fine. Sorry to worry you. I'm used to it by this—
Child must take great—
You know, stuck in a strange place thanks to— Exactly. It's like—
ఒక్కలా శాండ్రోనా టీం ఎందుకు? మావిక టీం వాడతా. హట్.
Look after yourself.
Come on.
My husband has major trust issues. To him, I doubt even this snowstorm is a good enough excuse for me to stay out.
That's the price of marrying into wealth. You'll get used to it. I'm not about to stop you if you want to leave. Hello?
Deploy.
Can I help?
అందరు ఎక్కేటోళ్ళే ఇక్కడ. ఎవడన్నా గోల పెడితే గద్దలు ఎగురుతారు.
I don't think it's ever been this— Hey, have you seen Chuganov? I heard he was coming today.
I'm with you. This could be just—
Yeah, I gotta figure—
For the Rokad or just out of—
Shh! There are other people around. Don't say the R word.
Information collection form.
I have to say,
Even though today was a rehearsal and there were some hiccups.
I couldn't.
అమ్మయ్య
we were coming
ఫైనల్ గా
on to-
What about
ఈ
you?
టీపీ దగ్గర
What
రావడానికి
did you
నేను
think
ఎంత
of today's
కష్టపడ్డాను.
performance?
యూజ్లెస్ టీపీ హట్.
Oh my, that's very flattering of you. I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the show's performance. This doesn't seem
ఇంకేమున్నాయి
like the time.
So unfair.
టీపీస్ తిరగడానికి?
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya's
ఏం
here?
లేవు.
No, I don't.
ఓ ఒకటి
I
ఉంది.
just
ఏం లేవంటానంటే
have a feeling that he might.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an
Sarge, the day you learned to let go and just why, hello, ma'am. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet
నాకు
you.
లోవర్ తెలుసు కాబట్టి నాకు కొన్ని జరగాలని లేదు,
Major
అలాగని
Valeri,
కొన్ని
head of the Special Assignments Battalion. Armory Palace. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal
నువ్వు
safety.
క్వశ్చన్ చేస్తే నీకు అర్థం అవుద్దిరా. సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నా
Help but
అపోజ్
notice that
చేస్తున్నా
Miss
అంటే
Odette is stealing glances at me. Any
I
idea
have
what
my
that could be
reasons
about?
to
I've
not
racked my
support.
brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her.
లేదు.
Perhaps she noticed me.
So,
Neither.
Mr. Mitya, is your
Neither.
work related to Project?
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred me from the Energy Commission to the Armory Palace because they wanted me to... Really? I can't even talk about that? Pretty sure it counts as part of my private life. All right. I won't say anything.
అపోజ్ చేస్తే కష్టాలు జరుగుతాయి. నాకు కావాల్సిన క్యారెక్టర్ రాదు అపోజ్ చేస్తే.
How's it looking, Alosha?
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow with
Sarisa
no sign of
మంచిది.
slowing down.
Sarisa మంచిదా bro?
We at the theater
Bro,
owe
Sarisa
everyone
మంచిదా
here a
bro?
duty
అది
of
సపోర్ట్
care.
అవుతుందా DPS అవుతుందా bro?
Therefore, in a few short moments,
Support.
we'll give you a tour of the
Obviously,
theater's various quarters.
మనం దాని లెక్క ప్రకారం చూసుకుంటే సపోర్ట్ అవుతుంది
I'll
ప్యాటర్న్
pass on
ప్రకారం.
sleeping on the stage.
ప్యాటర్న్ ప్రకారంగా చూసుకుంటే సపోర్ట్ అవ్వదు, టీపీఎస్ అవుద్దిరా కోరియా.
సపోర్ట్ అవుతుందిరా కోజే. ప్యాటర్న్ ప్రకారంగా చూసుకో. నేను
ఎలా రా చెప్పరా
చాపాలా
చెప్పు
bro?
చెప్పు ఎలా
వెంటి
ఎలాగో
సపోర్టే,
చెప్పు.
జాంగ్లీ సపోర్టే, రైడెన్
ఆ.
డిపిఎస్,
ఆ.
నైదా సపోర్టే, ప్యూరినా
ఆ.
సపోర్టే, మావిక డిపిఎస్, కొలమినా సపోర్టు. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు బ్రో చెప్పు బ్రో
ఆహా.
బ్రో
అలా లెక్క వేసుకుంటావా రా
Clear
నువ్వు?
selling point at
bro,
least.
చెప్పు bro.
Could be a big hit.
వాళ్ళ కిట్స్ అలా డిజైన్ అయినాయిరా. అరే అలాగైతే ఇప్పుడు దాకా మౌవిక బ్యానర్ లోనే రా రెండు లైక్ మౌవిక ఇంకా సిట్లాలి బ్యానర్ దింపారు. అది జరగకూడదు అసలు టెక్నికల్లీ చెప్తే. ఎందుకు జరిగింది చెప్పు అయితే మరి.
అరే కొజ్జే నేనేమన్నా ప్యాటర్న్ ప్రకారం చూసుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు అరే ఇచ్చిన ఆర్కాన్లలో రెండు డిపిఎస్లు, ఆ రెండు డిపిఎస్ లని ఎట్లా ఇచ్చిండు? డిపిఎస్ గా వాడుకోవచ్చు, సబ్ డిపిఎస్ గా వాడుకోవచ్చు.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep.
అదంతా
మిగతావన్నీ సపోర్ట్
సంబంధం లేదు, అదంతా సంబంధం లేదు నాకు ఇది చెప్పు ఫస్ట్.
అరే వస్తే సపోర్ట్ గానే వస్తుందిరా ప్యాటర్న్ ప్రకారం చూసుకుంటే. లేదు వీడు
Pattern.
బ్రేక్ త్రూ వేసిండంటే డిపిఎస్ కిందకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఆబ్వియస్లీ సిరిసన్ డిపిఎస్ ఇస్తేనే క్రేజీ ఉంటదిరా.
At least she hasn't been getting any worse.
మజా వస్తుంది బాయ్ అప్పుడే పిల్ల.
సపోర్ట్ అయితేనే మజా వస్తుంది. సపోర్ట్ కి ఎక్కువ పుల్ చేస్తారు. డిపిఎస్ అంటే ఆల్రెడీ శాంటోనియా ఉంది, ఇంకోరెవరన్నా వస్తారు.
Finally.
అరే నువ్వుగాడు సపోర్ట్ అవుతాడు కదా అది అని డిపిఎస్ అవుతాడా?
The black mist is almost on us. Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been chasing us from below ever since we were born. You're just dozing. There's no way you've forgotten. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to survive. Don't listen to a word those black mist cultists say.
అప్పుడే వస్తాయి.
నాకు అది డిపిఎస్ గా ఉంటేనే మంచిది అనిపిస్తుంది.
నాకు డిపిఎస్ ఉంటేనే బాగుంటది.
Black mist cultists believe that
డిపిఎస్
being
ఉంటే
swallowed
బాగా
by the
ర్యాంప్
black
అయ్యేచ్చు.
mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left, the only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
అదే సబ్ డిపిఎస్ అట్లా రావు.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you
ఏమో
start a chain
7.2
reaction that ends in the
7.3
collapse
లో
of your
వచ్చేస్తుందని
world.
అంటుండ్రు
Put the question out of
మోస్ట్లీ
your mind.
బ్యానర్
7.3లోనే అన్ని దిగుతాయి రక్కు.
Black mist means certain death.
హైడ్రో డిపిఎస్ లేక
Okay, but it's not my
Last
mind
hydro
that's the
DPS
problem.
Snezhnaya.
My body's about to give up on me.
Basic heat source.
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually.
Finally.
Keep fighting.
ఓ ఇది ఏకంగా సిటీ మొత్తమే ఫ్రీజ్ అయిపోయింది.
ఓడియనిస్ సపోర్ట్ కే పోతదిరా.
The cult of the
Catalyst
Black Mist
అది
has
ఓడియనిస్.
poisoned your mind, Sobolova.
ఇదేంటి ఇట్లా ఫైట్ ఉంటుంది అప్పుడు ఫైటింగ్ అరేంజ్ ఎలా
అరే ఓడియనిస్ క్యాటలిస్ట్ రా.
As much as I detest the Black Mist cultists, I'm...
Then I bid you both farewell.
ఈ ఎలిఫెంట్ అనుకుంటా ఇది అనుకుంటా నువ్వు చేస్తుంది.
So impossibly complicated. But at moments like this, its raw simplicity is laid bare. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. From then on, the outcome was both inevitable and irreversible.
Fight?
Let's go.
You wanna fucking fight, man? Sure.
Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed. Yes, it looks like it's satisfied. For now, this happens from time to time. But it won't be long before the Black Mist starts chasing survivors once again. No one knows how to stop its advance for good. Well, we should make the most of the... Huh?
Oh, it one shot lo పోతాడు. అలా చేస్తాను నేను.
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door.
Don't look, Miss Tonya. Okay.
What happened to them?
ఈ లోకల్ లెజెండ్. ఓ మై గాడ్. ఓకే లోకల్ లెజెండ్ కాబట్టి ట్రై హార్డ్ చేయాలి కొంచెం.
వెస్ట్ లో రాట్లే పైమన్ అంటే ఒక రూమ్ లోనే ఉంటుంది.
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is that somehow I knew this was going to happen. I knew. Have I seen this moment before? Or did I have some kind of premonition? I can't remember what it was.
వీళ్ళిద్దరు ఇప్పుడు కలలో వచ్చింది కదరా.
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on the bodies.
But just last night, they were chatting and joking away. This is so sudden.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes, nor does this appear to be a suicide.
Let me try something.
Who was the first to discover the bodies?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me often. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open. And it looked like there was a man and woman inside. I just went over to see what was going on.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Mr. Chuganov heading this way, I followed him.
Let's see.
I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room before him. The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now. There's no way someone could have come in from out...
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed if anyone had tried to open it.
Oh my...
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicious activity.
7.1 Vesna కదా?
Nothing on your end either.
ఓడియనిస్ వేస్తా ఈ రెండు.
Backstage is clear. No signs of...
We checked the basement. Also...
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or passageway wide enough?
No, there's nothing like that. If people were sneaking in through some secret tunnel to avoid buying a ticket, we'd have sealed it off. I also checked the windows. All of them are locked from the inside, and there's no sign of anyone entering or leaving.
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder theory.
Alright.
If anyone...
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in novels and plays, isn't it? The ones where the killer is one of us.
Charge direct. E E E E Q E E.
We can't quite jump to that conclusion just yet.
Could he be right? It's hard to imagine something like that happening in real life.
Q.
Set in a theater during a snowstorm, a murder takes place and the killer is among us.
Alt.
It's such a classic trope that it seems...
Looking at who the killer targeted, and the clean entry and... it all adds up. I know what this is. It's...
What is? What have you figured out?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open, so I would discover the bodies and witness the crime scene first. Such ruthless methods. This was your doing, wasn't it? Lelek.
Lelek?
You mean Lelek is among us? And he's the killer?
Lelek.
Bang.
I know
Bye-bye.
this code name. Member of the Rokot, anti-Project Stuja. Always works alone. I've read the case. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr.
अरे
Chuganov.
मूड వచ్చినాయి రా
What do you
చూడలేదు
know about Lelek?
ఏం బొక్క
What now, huh? What now, Lelek? What more do you want from me? I already voted against Project Stuja you snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all the...
ఎవడు నేను అనుకునేదే
Really
అయితే
was threatened by Lelek.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? I knew it. The Rokot despises the... Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelek, Tell me! I'll do whatever you want!
Was this really Lelek's doing? Would if Odette really is Lelek, this seems out of character. I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelek's true identity. But if I reveal... What should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelek killed him, at least from the stories I've heard. He's never killed anyone before.
సరదాగా
And his name has
షాడోలను
never...
చేద్దాం
Besides, even if Lelek did want to threaten you, why resort to such an extreme and roundabout...
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelek might be Odette. But her assessment is pretty...
Miss Vodyanitsa, why do you suddenly feel the need to speak in Lelek's
defense? Oh, no. It's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to conclusions here, so I wanted to share my point of view.
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then, Why don't you...
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from expressing their opinions so early on in the...
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov...
So there's still a good chance that
Time
Lelek is
for
right
some
here.
FPS action.
I can't do this anymore. I don't care if it's still snowing outside. I have to get out of here.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. Even the soldiers can get to us. Go out that door, and whoever this Lelek is, they're surely not going to murder anyone in broad daylight.
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate and refrain from exit because as things stand, every one of us is now a... Unless anyone has further information to share, let's adjourn for now. Feel free to keep searching for clues.
Time for some destruction. తింటాను తర్వాత
You're right. That was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my identity.
Since Vodyanitsa and I were on the same page earlier, I think I should share my thoughts with the rope.
Whoa. Are you serious? I don't know if this counts as Odette. Really? Odette? Oh god, how dumb does this make me look? Lelek has been right under my nose this whole time, and I didn't notice a thing.
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect. Sometimes.
And now that you mention it, the more I think about it, what are we up to now? Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a fettus. It must be so exhausting. I just want to give her a hug. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, and never even crossed her, I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have for being so opposed to Project
Probably
best if you ask her.
Well, since you waited until now, yeah. Lelek may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never crossed the line.
లేదు నువ్వు మొత్తం ఆడితే మైండ్ దొబ్బేసే ట్విస్ట్ ఉంటది. నేనే షాక్ అయ్యాను.
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelek?
I don't know. We'll have
అంటే
to see how it goes.
అది ఈ గ్రూపులనే ఉందిరా, కానీ అది ఒడేట్ అని ఇట్లా నేను చెప్పాను. ఒడేట్ అని మీనికి దొప్పుతుంది కానీ స్ట్రేట్ టు పాయింట్ అది ఒడేట్ కాదనిపిస్తుంది.
మొత్తం ఆడు నీకు షాక్ తగులుతుంది.
Odette. What is it, you guys? Shh. Keep your voice down. So, you're Lelek, aren't you? All right, fine. You don't have to say anything or explain yourself. None of us believes you kill innocent people. Whoever Traveler was the first to figure out your identity, but she kept quiet during the discussion. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. Everyone believes Lelek is the culprit. If your identity is exposed, we're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person. So, can you clue us in? Tell us everything. The more we know. All right. Yes, I'm Lelek. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me. Actually, I'm planning to reveal my identity. Huh? You're gonna reveal that you're Lelek? Here? That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but it caught me off guard. But after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where everyone stands, I don't believe I have anything to worry about. Sure you don't need a second opinion?
అంటే క్లెన్జింగ్ ఏరియా లాంటిది ఇది. భలే ఉంది.
రిమోట్స్ ఉన్నాయా షాడో రేమ్లో?
yes.
ఎక్స్ప్లోరేషన్ ఉందా షాడో రేమ్ గిట్లా?
But you've got a lot of nerve.
మ్యాప్ ఏమైనా వస్తుందా సెపరేట్ గా, లేకపోతే ట్రైన్ లకి వెళ్ళే పోవాలా?
So what if it's exposed? I can disappear and adopt a new identity. I made my peace with this when I chose to become the more important man. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd bet otherwise. I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed two people with...
Is this really the truth, Miss Odette?
That's confidence, all right.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the...
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer! She just admitted to being Lelek.
I do have one question, Miss Odette. Why?
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding Lelek. And that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away with this.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational...
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect. I assume you have no quarrel with them.
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me around the clock. I have...
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook for now.
Good work, Lelek Guard Team. And Lelek, too. Here.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits, so now I've been told I have to guard Lelek with him.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment, it looks more like you're my
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard up against them also.
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get through this. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. The investigation will get easier, and then we'll be safe. But... what? You're gonna miss us, huh? Well... really, Miss Vodayani? All right. Let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like that.
You really do get carried away sometimes, don't you, Miss Vodayani?
Hey! Mind your own business!
Don't be nervous, Miss Wateramp. Everyone's here.
Excuse me? Do I look nervous? Don't be ridiculous.
No. You sound nervous, lass.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people...
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across...
Well, it's just... We water the emotions we convey through song.
I'm impressed.
It's not about being cultured or not. The thing is, and yet, you...
It's really not the big deal. Anyway, we spent so much time together that before I knew it, I noticed I could
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact...
Hey, what are you implying?
Yani, నాకు ఒకటి ఎప్పుడు ఈ నోవాగాడు వస్తాడా రాడా ఈ క్వెస్ట్ లా?
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleeping arrangements.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate
Nova
quarters
kadu.
tonight.
Noi.
It'll be safer if we all stay
ఏదో
together.
ఏ రీజియన్ ఆడు?
As long as someone keeps an eye on
కొత్త
luck,
region లో వస్తాడు.
I'm quite sure we won't.
Are you saying that you wish to bet your
అరే
life
లీక్స్
on Miss
కరెక్టే నారా?
Odette
అంటే
being the killer?
షెజ్నా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత జెన్షన్ 2 వస్తదంట.
Nonsense. Of course not.
లే ఎవరికి
Then I
తెలియదురా.
propose the following
లేకపోతే
arrangement for
దీంట్లోనే
tonight.
కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాడా?
The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the
చెప్తున్నా
night
కదా
watch.
ఎవరికి తెలియదు అదని.
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the night watch while also keeping an eye on Lilac. Meanwhile, the rule... I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually,
Actually,
our
ఏం
field combat
చేసినట్లేదురా?
manual outlines a
జస్ట్
similar approach.
తిరిగినట్టే ఉంది.
Although the scenario there involved... That being said, I must clarify
Act
that I
two la
harbor
masal-
no disrespect towards you.
Speak,
In fact,
speak me.
Lelek's numerous covert operations make fine
ఇది
textbook
ఎట్లుందంటే
examples for
సునామీ వచ్చే
military
ముంగల
agents.
ప్రశాంతత ఉంటుంది చూడు
I
అట్లుంది
care
ఇది.
less about respect and more
Yes,
about the fact
అలాగే
that you
అనుకో.
just robbed me of... I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest.
ఓకే. ఓ ట్రాక్ ఎలా భలే
It's
చేశాను.
almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you faring? Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick nap. If you start to...
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I should wake her up. I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what question...
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. My mind's been running haywire. Plus, there's something I've been I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation, too. I just had a simple question for you, really. Rosaline, in her final moments, did she have any last words or anything? I see. No.
I would hate
She was
Rosaline
utterly
miss అవుతుంది.
ruthless in pursuing her goals. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person, oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think she and Rosaline were on pretty good terms. Yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. Not that it's any huge secret to me, though. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake of my mother, and it was extremely grueling. And it didn't exactly come naturally to me. I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. There was pressure Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune to the sensation of... Surely, any child who had to experience that would grow. So, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. It was my way of telling her the Fatui's demands and your... I think she probably blamed my poor performance and training on my passion for... One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she suddenly showed up. I knew I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance." She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised that But strangely enough, on that occasion, she wasn't fierce with me like she was during... After that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She never came to watch me dance. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the look on her face. Sort of. Although gift might be too kind a term, she knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously... So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnaya, many people immediately crushed their core Ignis. It gave them a profound sense of... But I kept mine. With my sensitivity to pain being as dull as it is, the warmth from this core Ignis is one... I still wonder, did she really come to stop me that night? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame that we couldn't settle our differences before the end. She did. Are you sure she was talking about this event? Huh. No, she didn't. Wait. In that case... Okay. I will. Thanks.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's mystery illness is being caused by the energy. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this. I figured that since you're Lelek...
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is the weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Now, all that remains is... Yes. The weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero, the Jester. And the lab is located... I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. The best way to get to the bottom of it, once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry permit. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you...
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly.
Even if he was awake, he can't have overheard us, right?
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler, I'll take over for now. It's your turn to get some sleep.
Sure. This is our second night here, but at least I hope she's been sleeping while the... Seriously? Is this payback for when I stared at her earlier? Never mind.
Hey, what are you spacing out for?
How long have we been walking for?
Time's lost all meaning.
Star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named it was swallowed by the black mist.
Whatever it's called, ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up and up, hoping that as long as we reach it, we can find a way out of this place. But it seems like no matter...
We got ourselves a straggler.
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful.
Shut up! Run faster.
Here they come again!
You wanna fight? Let's go!
Having second thoughts?
Oh.
Storm!
Monsters ahead of us.
మొదలెడదామా మరి? Snezhnaya collecting 140 cryoculus. Right.
Run faster.
ఫస్ట్ మొదలెట్టే లొకేషన్ వచ్చేసి
Are you hurt, Coolish?
No, I'm fine. It's just suddenly I
Samros.
don't want to walk any further.
ఫ్యాన్ ఆన్ చేయమ్మా, వేడవుతుంది.
I get you. In fact, I reached my limit.
Yeah, the hope that the star gives us is the only thing keeping us going. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well, but you're only saying that to try and encourage it.
Thank you, friend. But enough is enough. You're going to continue, aren't you?
Yeah.
I admire that.
ఏంటి?
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
ఇప్పుడు ఏ పార్టీ దగ్గర ఉన్నారు? ఎవరెవరు మిగిలి ఉన్నారు?
నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకో ఇద్దరు ఉంటారుగా, వాళ్ళిద్దరితో ఫైట్ అయిపోయి ఓడేట్తో పైన మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. అలా
The star's envoy. The black mist has stopped rising.
ఓడేట్.
Its
ఓకే.
hunger is satisfied for
అలా
now.
పైన మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
Having devoured your token, this is a good
అయితే
opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue.
ఉంది దగ్గరికి వస్తున్నా.
What do you mean, leave?
చూడు సమ్మగా ఉంటది, చూడగానే ఉట్టి అమ్మ అంటావు. ఆ రియాక్షన్ నేను విన్నాను.
Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't give up before the journey's.
ఏంది ఏం నడుస్తుంది?
Is that Vodyanitsa's?
Coolish, wake up! Please!
Oh, bye.
The situation is identical to that of the two
ఇంకా ఆ పార్ట్ దగ్గర రాలేదు, అప్పుడే ఓ బాయ్ అంటున్నావేంట్రా?
we can rule out this time.
అదిరా ఫోటోస్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళది ఒక్కొక్కరిది ఇట్లా మార్క్ పడుతుంది. ఫోటో దిగిరుగా.
అరే
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night?
ఏమైతరావా?
3 of us, in fact.
లీవ్ అయిపోయాడు కూడా.
Did not notice something was.
I'm as confused
ఆ
as you
టైం
are.
అయినట్టుంది, చదువుకోవాలి.
Certainly nothing unusual
ఓహో,
happened on my watch.
ఇలాంటివి కూడా ఉంటాయా?
Likewise, and from what I've
నేను
observed
నేను
so
యాక్టర్
far,
టు కంప్లీట్
to be
చేసే పోతా
honest,
ఇప్పుడు.
I didn't get a
Actor to
wink of
complete
sleep
చేసాను.
last night. I couldn't help but
ఒక హాఫ్ అన్
heard the
వచ్చింటదా రా
traveler
యాక్టర్ తో
Lelek
నాది?
chanting, but otherwise I don't recall hearing any
ఒక సర్టెన్ ఎంట్రీ ఉంటది, ఆ ఎంట్రీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత
Possibly I worked closely
దగ్గరికి
with Vampana
వచ్చేస్తున్నట్టు.
and Coolish for so long.
రణోగానే కదా.
Vodyanitsa.
4 victims in
నేనేం
just 2
చెప్పను.
days. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as...
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked. Still no...
So we only have ourselves...
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever they please. But Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly she used some poison that can't...
Here we go again.
మన కియో గైడ్ వచ్చేదాకా నేను
I was already thinking
అక్కిలస్
to
కలెక్ట్
myself
చేయను.
last night, she's been playing us for fools.
కియో
You get
గైడ్
off on this,
కోసం
don't
వెయిట్
you?
చేస్తాను నేను.
Revealing your
కియో
identity, only to carry on with your killing
కియో
That's a hideous
కియో.
One that only a hideous mind like yours could dream up.
How?
That's enough.
రెండు కలెక్ట్ చేస్తాను కానీ
Yesterday,
ఆల్ గుడ్.
you named
రెండే.
Lelik as a suspect because the victims were both wealthy merchants. Lelik might have had a motive then, but today's victims were just
Check.
ordinary people.
ఆ పొట్టోడిని ఎన్ని కొట్టాను నేను? రెండే. If it Shiram before his finish, ఇంకా అర్థం చేసుకోవచ్చు. 3 times. Okay.
Just to scare you?
Okay. 3 times అంటే చాలా సార్లు చేశాడు. But all good.
I implore you all to ask yourselves, how many people are there really in this world that have what it takes to kill another person?
అప్పుడు
Not many, I'd wager.
Yeah.
Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator, and now she has revealed her identity. How could it be any more obvious?
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? What did she say to you while you were on night watch?
ఇంకేం రివార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి?
Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. You military types are always colluding with criminals to target the rich. All so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes, then tell us to fall in line. The Fatui, the Druzhna, and the Rokot. Thugs, the lot of you. Don't you dare.
వావ్, మొత్తం అన్లాక్ చేస్తాను రా అన్ని. అన్ని అయిపోయినాయి, అన్ని అన్లాక్ చేస్తా. అన్ని మ్యాప్స్ కూడా అన్లాక్ చేస్తాను నేను.
Only yesterday I was chatting with Mr. Coolish. Then we woke up in the morning and he's turning against one another is the last thing we should be doing right now.
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed up
ఇప్పుడు ఒకటి
big-headed windbag who doesn't
కంటిప్లేట్
have a
అవుతున్నాను.
clue what
ఇప్పుడు
he's
ఒకటి
talking about. He's still one of the victims here, isn't he?
ఏం చేయమంటారా? I think కాంటిప్లేట్ అవుతున్నాను నేను.
Quite. I had no intention of resorting to violence. But you're right, Miss Tonya.
మా కియోగడ్ గైడ్ వచ్చేదాకా వెయిట్ చేద్దామా వద్దా?
In any case,
చేద్దామా
I believe Mr.
వద్దా?
Chuganov has calmed down a little now. We may resume our discussion.
I don't think there's any need for
కంపాసా
that.
నా
What
దగ్గర
is there
ఉంది.
to discuss? Nothing about this situation is normal.
Did you have an
ఏంటి
idea,
కంపాస్
Nietzsche?
ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది?
You're the brainiac here, right? Come on, clue us in.
వచ్చింది.
I've been mulling something over.
ఇప్పుడు
All the leads we have so far
నార్త్ క్రైలో
concern
నీకు ఎలా
things from
వచ్చిందో అలాగే
outside the
సేమ్ ఇక్కడ
theater.
కూడా.
Miss Odette's alter ego, the threats Mr. Chuganov received.
అరే మూడు ఐస్ సింబల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, మూడు.
Which have given us
అందులో
absolutely
ఏదో
nothing
దాంట్లోకి
to
వెళ్ళు
go on
వచ్చేద్ది.
whatsoever. That's highly unusual.
అదే నార్త్ క్రైలో అక్కడ
Even with the most
అప్పుడు
careful checks,
సిజిల్స్
there's
వాడి
always some evidence left behind.
సిజిల్స్
So what are
వాడి
you
అది వచ్చేది
suggesting?
కదా,
I
అలాగే
think
అది.
this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human
నాది ఇప్పుడు అయిపోయింది. నేను లాగౌట్ అయ్యి
Aren't you supposed to be a
తింటాను.
scientist?
యూ ఎంజాయ్ ద క్వెస్ట్.
Doesn't sound like a conclusion someone like you is supposed to make.
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity. But if the present situation defies all known scientific explanations, I don't mind shifting my curiosity toward the paranormal.
Now that you haunted? Yeah,
Well, this...
Why don't we take this up?
Very well.
Take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the... He mostly used it to Yes.
This should confirm a...
Yes. Apparently.
Are we certain that logbook...
Unlikely. Not to mention... Unfortunately not.
Did an extra
Tonya?
Not yet.
This looks like...
All right.
Huh.
Maybe it's... because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who are... It's fine. All right.
Ah, Traveler.
Alosha found it.
An investigation report.
The theater manager.
Presumably, Anyway, the bottom...
Leyline problem? It's hard to imagine.
Some of the language that my area of research stuff... huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. Death is near. But if so, how did the
Maybe things are more
No, wait a second. The report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. But the note seems to be warning of potential danger. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? If we take all this together, it's not impossible.
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me... good. Okay. So, I'll share my theory. If the killer had simply... I expect here...
What about the note?
The killer may have...
So, it...
This theory makes...
Could it really be?
So,
It's true. Probably.
Especially after the...
I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before. Mr. Shram, did you really go...
Huh? Me?
It's not that you stand out as sus...
Okay.
Yeah, although, actually, last time, and...
Good grief.
Hey, that was just the bot.
We don't need details.
Okay. Even with me to...
Really?
Huh?
Why is there...
Delicate time.
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnaya in history was over 400...
What do you...
What's going on?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round. As far-fetched as it is...
I'm just as amazed as...
Is someone going to explain what...
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you,
The theater's ley lines have been modified to block souls within its grounds from returning to Mr. Shram's statement, and according to the That's not it. If that's... For some unknown reason, yeah. The death of those victims... Since we discovered that the contents of the death is
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said that Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. So when the note said death is near...
Someone who died...
In short, there's a dead person among us. The extra...
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make jokes like that, my man. But even if I was dead...
Yeah.
The ley lines have a powerful... What happens when the...
That could explain...
It does seem to...
Except there's no concrete still. It seems like...
All right.
On the contrary, it's...
I'm trying to Well, my lady and I all of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy our chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want.
It's just... Even now, If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me.
But...
No. I refuse to be a burden.
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different...
My good sir.
No.
Let it go, man. Oh. Wait. One last thing. Miss Water Imp.
Ozarova. Oh! Auntie Ozarova! That's what we all called her.
As long as she went up, there's no need to see...
Take care.
I know, Mr.
Death is cruel.
So, was even a historical record? All people know is that the Tsaritsa...
It seems to me that's also why...
So...
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is...
All this time, I had no idea.
All right. If Mitia's theory is correct, then I think we can
Ugh, if only this blasted storm would...
Looks like now we can just rest. I still can't believe Shram...
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right?
Think of it as a signal, then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as Odette. If I don't knock... Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me? Is there something I can help with?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret, but when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that revealing... Yes.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened to the Senora.
Actually, so I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitia. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was, as I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitia, I often saw him around the theater. But I soon concluded that making my move there, so I decided to infiltrate the armory. Well, but when I finally made it to his lab, Mitia seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. I thought maybe another anti-project.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitia that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murders started happening and things got so complicated. That is, until Mitia himself said there must be a dead person among us.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away...
Exactly. I thought there could be something I was missing. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Shram was a ghost. And we...
But now it seems like I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information.
So, what do you think we should do?
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week ago, sometime in the afternoon,
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw he seemed completely normal to me. Chatting with Vojenitsa, trying to avoid
So he was definitely alive on that day.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was but Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley line...
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person.
I think the chances of it being him are very low.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right.
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not what...
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that monster that just arrived in Snezhnaya?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself.
Do you think...
Death itself is cold, isn't it?
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm going to miss him, I think, thinking back on it. Once we get out of here, how are we...
Are you okay? Here, take this.
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden.
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows how badly he would have been hurt.
I told you already, I never intended to resort...
Bunch of rascals. Little girl? I was rather surprised when you spoke up for me this morning.
Oh, no need to...
I've been, so kind, especially when... All right. Are you taking anything for...
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother. He's gonna pick...
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. Now that... However, out of an abundance...
Shouldn't we take shifts? I can take one if needed.
No need. I managed to get a nap in earlier, so I have plenty of energy right now.
What a long day. This whole situation, but Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down and get some rest.
She's awake.
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door.
Are you all right? He just seemed to come out of... curses. Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr.
Mr. Door, monsters!
Looking for trouble. I can just push these ones off.
Oh, well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
So we're doing this the hard way.
Ready to taste my fists?
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Impossible. By my command.
don't! Wait, look! There's more monsters! No, no! Misty Door! What are you doing?
Found it. This is
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us! We can't leave you behind!
You must keep going.
But... you're... The Black Mist isn't... Surely I... Oh, okay.
What time is it? Oh, I guess everyone's still asleep. These past 2 days have been... Valeri?
Wake up!
The fuck?
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear... I've been but for me, life will be all the duller for not having to run away from...
How's...
I just checked on her.
That means Valeri was the only one who died last night.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up.
This is so frustrating.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only 1 victim this time, not 2. Does that mean...
But Mr. Shram was already deceased to start with.
Hey, what the fuck, bro? Mind fuck అయిపోయింది నాది. వలేరీ గడి చనిపోయిండు.
Shram left.
హలో,
There was one
వలేరీ
less
గడి
victim
చనిపోయిండు.
last night. It's a reasonable... Oh. The
అరే వాడు
number of people who
చచ్చిపోతే
die
వాడి
each
క్యారెక్టర్
night is
ఎట్లా
a...
వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు మనకి?
We
నాకు
identified
అర్థమైతలేదు.
Mr. Shram, and by that logic, there must be...
Another one?
The fuck, bro? Mind
Having
fuck
an extra
అయిపోయింది నాదైతే.
person was definitely a cause for...
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what Odette told me seems a lot more relevant. It's just, at the time, we had no reason to think there was more than one dead... if only...
I'm sorry.
I'm partly to blame as well.
What is this about? What have you two been getting up to behind my back?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping from the rest of us. Well? I'm the dead person? Wow.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but...
Yeah, I don't let me just try and verify this. But I honestly have no
Well, if it isn't Mitya, then who?
If you don't mind me asking...
No, never.
Now, just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You can't just randomly point at... You're in the hot seat, and all of a sudden...
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you open...
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonya because he suspects her? I suppose I only identified her by age and...
I'm just saying, I can vouch for...
Oh, really?
Since being here,
If Chuganov can... Miss Odette.
No problem.
Huh. No matter how hard I try, I just can't remember anything about dying. Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were suffering from temporary...
Oh, yeah. You said it was hindering the progress...
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, some of my memories from that afternoon are missing.
Are you suggesting you're missing the map?
Of course. How am I only just realizing this? Humans aren't necessarily...
You mean being silently assassinated?
The researcher's amnesia. I must thank you, Odette. I think your All right.
Oh, leave! Hey!
Come on, kid. Aren't you gonna fight for your life?
I have other reasons beyond what's... I remember during I can't remember it.
No. There's a glaring...
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is... All it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater, and I would... There's no evidence to suggest... Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now, well, apparently you've all witnessed my resurrection.
Michia's right. This is the only thing we can try right now.
What is a scientist with this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with a true...
Poor Mr. Michia. Maybe it's the... Come to think of it, you could take it a step. If I make it out
without regret, I feel like
Are you okay? If something's bugging...
I have a travel...
You're worried about her, aren't you?
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a
descent?
But with Paimon by my side, she loves eating, sleeping, and having fun. Over the last few days that we've been apart, I've often caught myself wondering... But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation... I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment.
I bet I don't know if this will make you feel... I could be surrounded. Later on, I started to think... All we can do... So... But what do you need? That's just the choice I made. I used to regret it, but I don't anymore. Like I said before, our songs, but... So I made the choice. Could you teach?
I've never heard that one before.
Color me impressed, Tonya. Most people can only tell. I've actually never performed this song. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us and follow this song back.
No wonder I could hear.
It's getting late, Tonya.
Okay.
Of course.
Once I get out of here, I definitely, but I guess that means I'll never get to hear what before I felt.
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. All right, we're safe. Sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let this place go dark. Yep.
A bit.
Sure I do. I specialize. Oh, all right. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! Which is over there. which is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna... Traveler! I won't let you die.
Dying is definitely not
great.
Yeah.
Time for you to get up.
What about you?
I can't. The Guardians, I might not look. I can go no.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because. Go.
Well.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before I suspected you on. And you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashing. Where was all this?
Is that a
After all the Valeria and Nietzsche aren't here anymore. Someone else needs to step. But first, I need to think this through. Considering of those who remain, the only people are easily misled. But Mr. Chuganov vouched for Tonya's identity yesterday. Tonya, your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right?
No. And...
Oh.
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining. Yesterday you said you could vouch for Tonya.
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you. That night, when But thinking back on...
Even that was a lie?
Curses!
The reason it's not a very... After a while. So one day, he agreed. We got to the
Oh.
When I woke up, but there's no way, Tonya. Yeah, after all, I'm sorry, everyone.
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it?
Well, when I was little, my brother... When we escaped from the hospital, our family... So when you first... I thought he must have chosen a fake... At least you're... Now it's your turn.
And the truth of the matter, my daughter's name, she, after Iskra passed. One day when I soon discovered...
Nothing more than a... So explain your...
The night before last, combined with the snow cough, but the year... that was the... So, poor Miss...
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though...
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already dead. What did you...
I just don't believe in your How can you just declare a living person dead and Nitya's gone? The others, I can make my peace. I just want her to live. I'll be damned. Not again! Not...
Mr. Chuganov, stop. By the sounds of it, you've known I was dead. I'm not happy.
No!
Well, at this point, despite all the bad since the day, I'm very... And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. It's them that you owe. Well then, I suppose this is it. It's time for my adventure to end. I've caused enough trouble.
You're leaving already? It's still early. Don't you want to stay a little longer?
No, thank you. Oh, and by the way... My name is Patashka. It was nice meeting you all. Feels strange that we're only being properly introduced now that it's time to say goodbye.
Tashka.
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Let me leave.
In your dreams, the Fatui have... I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop.
Wait.
Fair enough.
And yet you won't let...
Hey, Chugana...
Is this really the time? All right, fine.
Am I hearing things? There it is again.
Should we open the door?
Whatever
Hey, everyone.
How are you doing?
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you guys here. I was a little worried. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you discovered...
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was... a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments...
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. Because it has more of a ceremonial purpose. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us."
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead. Mitya, that must mean the...
Huh. No kidding. Seemed like when I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is, I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like, this was a world where only the snowstorm... I don't know how else to describe it, except to say that, and as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only mean that I must already be dead. And this is my soul. But I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there.
You don't seem any different to me either. Both Shram and Patoshka were clear...
This raises a truly terrible thought. Nietzsche said, the Requiem called... Mitya's soul was, of course, then maybe we've all...
Yes. I think that...
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here. It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was, we were all deceased. The only difference being some of us died more recently than others. Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Death was nearer than we want.
So all our attempts...
Hard to say. At the very least, the presence of those...
If what you're saying... Huh, no wonder.
That's further proof.
Am I... No. That's impossible.
I still find it hard to believe...
Exactly. I racked my brain. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw something. I can't remember. And I think I lost my notebook and pen.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the... I guess... this was what I saw. What's wrong? Do you recognize...
It's... Renova. The root... Alosha. Do you still remember that Snezhnayan folk? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, He appears and as soon as you recognize his face...
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim Reaper in this story refers to...
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that...
Death, the deceit... When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report.
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us.
By that logic, the one person... No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alosha is most likely the Grim Reaper Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and you had
So? Surely you can't suspect. What if someone else found the investigation report?
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in.
That's not all. Looking back now...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patoshka to stay. I don't understand why.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're assuming the war...
He still won't admit it? Fine.
The biggest question I have right now is... if the Grim Reaper...
That's right. This was the moment right at the start, before any victims had even emerged. When all this began, right after the performance ended and the snowstorm, it wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that But it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than that.
Right. So Mr. Dimov was the first victim, not
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of this incident, Alosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vojin.
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all. The one who came back was the Grim Reaper.
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner...
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence. A commendable achievement.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearns every night they develop. Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's. Don't get so worked up.
I know we're already...
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, I need not resort to such laborious... You simply met the criteria to trigger...
I know about the curse of immortality. So there's a... You cursed us? When?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all right, those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die? That's just a...
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable accomplishments over the past few days, I shall answer a few of your... After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's... My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, you must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinaries. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley line, then they will remain forever suspended between
So if you don't resolve this matter soon...
Mitya is sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen. But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself?
You seek to understand the mind of a god. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There.
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans...
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how work is work. I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain.
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. Due to the obstruction revealing my identity. Then there was the issue of the 2 lost souls you called the deceased.
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead...
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But only then, with my guidance, could the...
I vaguely remember seeing Patashka, but...
I see your dreams brought you anyway. That is more of an angel's role. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return to the ley line, as both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger. All I had to do, and of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed...
Sounds like you had it all figured out. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls
That much is obvious.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only... Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment the staff member named Dimov walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. No. Let me go. No. Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm during this process. The ruler of death assumed his identity. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Torgov and Sobolova on the first night. Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of Kulish and Ranpan, unexplainable Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized he was the... We thought it was all over, but a lot happened today. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Although Mitya did the void in the ley line, Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep. The requiem she sang before falling asleep was quite a game changer. As it happened, Patashka filled the void left by Mitya's return from the ley lines. The girl, I thought, come to think of it, Patashka was about to walk into the snowstorm at that time. And Renova, unaware that Mitya, looking back, I suppose that was an early slip-up on her part. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead, but now, only Mitya and... That covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here.
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little. But it is... The ley lines have already anchored your soul. And the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back. I, meanwhile, need to review...
So, the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that would...
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your body, and your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your... For a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules. Your death can only be... I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although, this...
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here.
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call sacrifice is merely a... To me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade in the face of death. Mere...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
అందరు బతికేనారు.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened?
How much do you remember?
What do you mean?
Has... Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I spaced out there for a second.
Don't you remember?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Look, just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace, for some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were...
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything.
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right? You don't? Huh. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What about you, though? The ruler of death mentions that you're a...
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our death.
They say that right before death, time slips.
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, this also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. Now, to those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to this leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that...
If nothing else,
Right. Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down before I died? I can't remember what it was, but I think it was something related to my reason. Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later.
Ma'am, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigations into Mr. Yet you two seem very familiar with each other. Could you perhaps... And by the way, have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumptuousness.
I can explain everything. Could you help me gather everyone?
So Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident actually did it. So, you said I promised. Agreed. Let's...
Time for more snow, damselettes.
Hey guys, today we are going to stop our stream only. We will continue in the stream. So ఇంకా నేను వెళ్తున్నా. ఈ రోజుకి ఈ స్ట్రీమ్ ఎక్కడ ఆపేద్దాం. వచ్చే స్ట్రీమ్లో మళ్ళీ కలుసుకుందాం.